Okay, carrying on the plan to change the kickstart primarily, but also the footrests. Kickstart's still there. I've acquired a gear lever, which looks very nice. It looks to be the correct length, and also these two springs for the folding footrests. So yeah, this new gear lever is nearly twice as long as the one that's fitted currently. Again, this looks to have been modified. I think it's been cut off there. Maybe not. I think it has been shortened. I realised also, which is kind of idiotic on my part, this when I've got the bike, this is fitted the other way around. So this it's coming backwards rather than forwards, which makes a lot more sense. So I mean, it's quite easy to use as it is. You just sort of reach forward and change gear. So in some ways, it's quite good. Keeps it out of the way. But yeah, it was actually the other way around, which I say is kind of obvious in hindsight, but still. Anyway, the new one will go on there with the footrests here. That should be fine. Also having more leverage, I think, on the gear lever and on the brake lever. I mean, this modification that was done in the USA is reducing the leverage on the gear lever and the brakes. I guess the brakes is probably the most important. Not good, perhaps, to reduce the mechanical advantage on the rear brake. So looking at these footrests, they look fine, really. I think if anything, these flat areas are slightly worn. They move slightly in the frame lugs, but they're not too bad. I was wondering about trying to repair them, but I'll build them up with weld and file them back. But I don't think it's worth it. When they're clamped up tight, they'll be stuck in position, so it should be fine. This spring, so it was attached already. I'm trying to work out how to get it out. But looking at the parts manual, it's apparent that there's a pin in here which is shown as a separate part number, so that obviously comes out. There's one on this one as well, of course. So I would guess that it's tapered, and in that case it would come out from the bottom. So gravity would tend to hold it down, although it's trapped between the two sides of the folding part of the footrest anyway. So it's not going to fall on the floor, but it would make sense to have it tapered slightly and punch it out from this side. So I'll give that a go. There's obviously an orientation to the springs. This is the new one. Looks like the springs going that way. This one's slightly wonky, but this end just catches over the end of the footrest itself. So this end just catches under this sort of washer that's welded on the end. It's going to be quite tricky, I think, getting that in there. I have to work out a way of spreading this last coil so that I can get it in. And then this end just hooks over the pin. So that's all good. So I'll try and get this pin out. See how we get on. Okay, so this pin, let's just see if it is tapered or not. 419, 416 millimeters at that end. 414. It's got so much crud on it, it's difficult to tell. But it's not obviously tapered. I think it is just parallel. So it might just be slight light interference fit, and of course it can't drop out because the sides of the folding footrest itself trap the pin, so it can't just drop out. Good, I'll put it back in with a bit of Loctite perhaps and should be fine. So just to confirm, in case I forget, the spring comes in from the same side as the pin and hooks around towards the bolt hole. So yeah, remember that. And in fact the spring is coming up from the bottom, that last coil is coming up. Is that going to be the same on these? Yes, it is. Good. So this one isn't coming out so easily. I don't think it's moved at all. I think it might need some heat. Okay, let's try a bit of heat on this, see what happens. Bit of bubbling going on there. It's going to set the alarm off in a minute. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's coming out now. Put this magnet next to it. Oh, that one does look to have a slightly swollen head. Is it hot? Yes, it is. It's in pretty tight. It seems very tight. Maybe this is nipped up slightly. This slot has been closed up. Maybe it's been bashed a few times. Could have happened, I guess. That was very tight. I think I'll just knock a wedge in there. Screwdriver will do. Ah, there we go. So yeah, I think that slot had closed up slightly. So it's probably been hit a few times. Looking at this one, yeah, and that is distinctly wider, I think, especially at this corner. And that was the problem, was that it had just closed up slightly. Right. Yeah, that's fine. So I mustn't lose this. Let me just check whether this is mushroomed out. No, I think it's parallel again. It's not 413. Other end 412, 413. Yeah, they are parallel. They're just there's light interference fit in there. Okay, I've started spraying these parts. It doesn't look too bad. I'll give it another coat, and then I'll be ready for the brake lever. I found a brake lever relatively cheaply as well. So hopefully that'll arrive in the next couple of days, and I can think about finishing this off. Okay, thanks for watching.